I think you know that I'm not in the habit of hiding in bushes, spying on people. I came here to be alone, Melinda. I didn't expect to see you here with a fishing pole.
How long were you there before I saw you?
All right, look, why don't I just leave, okay, before you call the vice squad?
So, how does it feel?
What?
To be accused of a crime you didn't commit?
Not good. Not good at all.
The only thing worse is when, someone speaks to you in a very careful tone of voice and says that they forgive you because they just happen to think you're just a teeny bit unbalanced.
Melinda, I never
Yes, you did.
You're right. I was here a long time. I was watching you and your grandfather, and I don't know, it was kind of hypnotic. Seeing two people so comfortable with each other. I know I should have left, but I just couldn't. I mean, it was just so peaceful.
Sort of ironic. My grandfather hasn't had much peace in his life. Then again, he didn't want it. Now that it's come looking for him, he's discovered that it has its charms. I finally discovered that, too.
Well, that's good. I know that I haven't helped much. I know that I've made things hard for you lately. And for that, I'm not happy.
Better be careful, Nick. It almost sounds like you're about to apologize.
I wish I knew how things got so complicated. You know, I was standing out here before and remembering how much simpler my life used to be. I mean, when I first came here, I was just plain old Nick McHenry, son of Kip and Mary McHenry, out of a job, looking for a change from the city.
So you think it started by you becoming a Spaulding? Your loss of innocence?
No, that wasn't it.
Now it sounds like you're expecting me to apologize.
No, I'm not.
Good, because I've done my penance. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, there were some things that you shouldn't have had to have dealt with, especially the last few weeks. I just don't know how things got so out of hand.
You made a choice. You could either believe what Eve was telling you, or you could believe me. I lost.
Yeah, well, things don't seem that cut and dried now.
What are you saying, Nick? You think you were wrong? Maybe I didn't do all of those ugly things? Because if that is what you're saying, I want you to make it very, very clear.
How was your trip, my love?
Fine. Found myself longing for home. I hope I didn't miss somebody's funeral.
Oh, what? These. I was just looking for some place to put them.
Oh, there's a wastebasket on your way out. How about that?
These were given to me, and I think I shall keep them right over here, thanks.
So, still working for Billy?
Sure am. Why?
This strikes you as sensible, right? Throwing open our doors to a representative of our biggest competitor?
Mr. Mancini is here as a friend. We weren't discussing business.
Oh. What were you discussing? I'd hate to be the last to know.
Linda, yes. Oh!
So you're not even a little curious?
Want to see if he comes up with some kind of explanation?
Yeah, I guess, or just to see if he turned out to be anything like you remembered.
You know what I'm hoping for?
What?
I'm hoping that Harley runs into a dead end. I can't possibly see how any good would come out of finding him. And what the hell is a man supposed to do? Throw his arms around us, start to cry, and say that he's sorry? I don't think so.
That's exactly what Harley's hoping for. Man, this is so weird, Frank, I gotta tell you.
What's weird?
When I think of you, I think of this nice, open guy who doesn't hold grudges, who naturally trusts people. Whereas your sister, I mean, let's face it, she needs everything in writing. It takes her forever to warm up to someone, and man, if you cross her, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Yeah, that's Harley, all right? She's not too big on forgiving, forgetting, huh?
Except in this case, where you guys did a 180 on me. She's all hearts and flowers, and you're the Iceman. It's very confusing.
Come on, you know that relationship between a father and a daughter, man. That's really special. I mean, mothers fight with their daughters like cats and dogs and all that, but ooh, daddy can do no wrong.
And little boys join the Navy and get mother tattooed on their chest.
Not this boy.
Yeah, I know, Frank. You're a little ticked off at Nadine for her part in all of this.
Come on, man. She went out and she bought medals and she gave them to me. I mean, she stood there while I bragged to my friends how brave my dad was in war. I mean, that's sick.
She was just a kid herself, Frank.
Yeah, well, I'm tired of hearing about that, too. I mean, that's what she says, that she was too young. Yeah, well, so are a lot of other people, man. They came up with half as many lies as she did to us.
You guys need to have a talk when you get back, man. I mean, she never thought your father was alive. She always believed he wasn't. All she did was try to give the guy a hero's funeral so you could be proud.
Yeah, well, I did learn something from my parents. I once how to do things the wrong way. But hopefully I can learn from their mistakes and then not make the same ones.
Well, looks like you're gonna get a chance to put the money where the mouth is very soon, brother.
But I'm not gonna lie. And I sure as hell am not gonna lie to my kids.
Patient was admitted after being severely beaten around the head and shoulders. Broken nose, broken jaw. Oh, boy, somebody did a number on him.
So his face was totally done over?
They kind of had to start from scratch.
Who? I mean, the name of the doctor isn't there because he might have had before and after pictures, right?
Maybe. Oh, but unfortunately...
Unfortunately what?
The doctor who did the procedure was Lionel Woods. He passed away last year. Massive coronary. And the files from his practice were probably either disposed of or transferred to another physician, and I wouldn't know who.
Were there any other records there, or is that it?
This is it, I'm afraid, for any patient that's admitted through emergency. I mean, unless he's under the continuing care of someone on staff. And apparently, it looks like he never came back after he was released.
Maybe that's because he was still hiding. From whoever did this to him, I mean. And maybe if they're still after him, he changed his name along with his face. That would explain so much. I mean, he could be running from those same people for 15 years. But now...
What?
Well, it's just more trouble for me if I don't have a name or a face.
I'm sure sorry I can't find you a picture, Officer Cooper. I just can't believe you came all this way.
You're not the only one. There were a lot of people back in Springfield who can't believe I did either. But this is just too important to me. I mean, I've been calling VA hospital since January. You know what? I called here. I remember now. I did call here, and I spoke to somebody. I don't remember who, but she said that a Frank Cooper hadn't been treated here. Isn't that strange? Why would she say that?
That is strange. I mean, his admission was so recent, I found it right away.
How many other people work here in records?
Most of us work here part-time in patient care the rest of the time. Could have been in one of any 50 nurses. Did she have a high voice or a low voice or an accent?
Well, I can't seem to... You know what? I do remember something. She was chewing gum. She was cracking gum. I remember that.
Gum is a definite no-no when we're in uniform. But some of those girls just go ahead and chew anyway, like Randy.
Randy? Randy who?
Hamby. H-A-M-B-Y.
Do you have an address for this Randy Hamby?
She lives out at the Los Perdidos trailer camp. It's not far from here. Number 63. Here, I'll draw you a map.